should fuck this son of a bitch up. Reconnecting. Top of the morning. What's happening to everybody? We're on the road, about 60 miles right now outside of Barstow, California. So we can rock at least for a good hour. Off top. But if you're new to the channel, if you're with me right now, riding with me, I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Share the video. The like button. Share the video. The like button. See how you can hear. Share the video. The like button. See how you can hear. So how is everybody today? It's been a pretty smooth drive for me. So far, I've been on the road since about 7:40. Again, I had alarm set for 5:20 in the morning. Yo, John, what's happening, John? All the way from Kyoto. Good morning. Sorry I'm late, folks. I hit the dead zone. I tried to line it up to where I would have some service, but you know, shit happens. There we go. Reconnecting again. Looks like we're back. So yep, I am exactly 60 miles out of Barstow right now. My ass is starting to get a little sore. You know how that goes. I've been driving about an hour and 40 minutes straight. Thank you for hitting that like button. Please do so. If you come in, let me know you're in the chat too. I appreciate it. I know that you're here watching me, and I can watch you back, kind of, unless you say something, unless you say what's happening. But it's just been a hell of a trip so far. Cold ass coffee. Or room temperature ass coffee now. If you were talking about Barstow, and folks, we're going through the mountains, so if it starts reconnecting, just bear with us. Alright. So we're rolling down the hill, we're going through the mountains right now. Just like the 49ers. They're trying to navigate through the mountains of the off season. It's been a rough one. It's definitely been a rough season. And John, shout out to John while I'm live. If you asked me did I make that stop, if you're talking about Barstow, not yet, John. Not yet. But we're on the way from Las Vegas to LA to my son's, to one of my sons' 16th birthday. I'm old. But I'm fucking with you. Yes, I got that. Yep. Nope. I haven't got to that stop yet, John. I'm about probably 50 minutes to 45 minutes outside of that stop, my first stop when I drive to LA. That's Barstow, California, folks. I usually stop there, get McDonald's or a hamburger, something. I'm gonna get something. Hamburger from Tom's. Shout out to Tom's. Shout out to McDonald's always. McDonald's Sprite. But yeah, we're going through the mountains right now. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It's your man Lawrence. Salute to you. We're on a road trip from Vegas to LA. It's been pretty smooth. I only had one truck I had to cuss the fuck out. Yeah. I did hear the news about Dwayne Haskins. Driving, literally, that is and thank you for that. Yeah, you get all the fuck. I know you get the news out there in Kyoto. I did hear the news about Dwayne Haskins, folks, and let me just say, rest in peace, salute. Yeah, for real. Sincerely to Dwayne Haskins, to his family, to the Steeler family. My grandmother is a Steelers fan. Rest in peace to her as well. Miss you, Bobby. Up there in heaven, I know, helped me with traveling grace. But yes, Dwayne Haskins passed away. Can you, anybody in the chat, or you especially, John, can you tell me what happened? It's hard to navigate the phones and read and shit and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable. Man's probably less than 25 years old. And then he went to Ohio State, which is my favorite college. We all know I'm a 49ers fan. Everybody, wow. Was he driving his car? Was he walking? That is unbelievable. Anything crazy? Anybody know any alcohol or from the driver, other driver, or damn, man. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins for sure. That's just unbearable. That's just something that I can only imagine, you know, what his family is going through right now. Folks, you know, his parents. It's just unbelievable. So definitely prayers to his family and the Steelers family. God, that is so amazing. Unbelievable. Oh yes, I know you were on your way to Florida. You've already made it. That's good. You should be tired, to be honest, John. But glad you made it to your father. That's what we all do. We all want to just make it home safe every time we leave our house. And unfortunately, that didn't get to happen for Dwayne Haskins. You know, that's the saddest part. To be so young, and while he's had some troubles in his young life, who doesn't? I know I had mine. For him to now be gone is just hard to believe. I literally screamed like, what? Not like a woman or anything, but literally like, what? When I looked at my phone and I saw that, I was like, wow. He's playing in the NFL. He's, you know, a famous person, and you know, people pass away every day, and you never know when that's going to happen. You know, you never know when that's going to happen. So again, not to bring down anybody out there today, but that was a really, really sad story, and I just want to send my prayers to the family of Dwayne Haskins and the entire really Steeler organization, because that's a tough loss. The offseason is tough, and to lose, you know, it's the same as I've had it happen, you know, being a co-worker's death, you know, and it rocks companies. It really can rock companies, you know, and I'm sure it's doing that to not only his family, but to the Steelers as well. But on the topic of football, that's why we're here. And of course, me road tripping from Vegas to LA, Las Vegas to LA, and Barstow in between. The 49ers. See, what did it start with? A loss in the NFC Championship game, followed quickly by Jimmy sucks. No, Jimmy's great. Jimmy wins. Then mediocre or mid moves through our free agency. We did re-sign some of our players. There's still plenty of them out there that we haven't signed back to our team, I believe. One being Jaquaski Tart, or enough of them out there anyway. We haven't re-signed Jaquaski Tart, and no one has signed him anywhere else also. And there are other players out there that still can get a contract. Teron Matthew, Stephon Gilmore. So then we started to see our fan base, the faithful, not a gang of don't bang, the faithful, basically start to flip, as we usually do about this time. Like I said on the Chronic. It's the off season, and we want moves. We wanted big moves. We wanted power moves from John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, and we haven't gotten those. The move that we have made, or that we have received as the faithful, as 49er fans, is a salty Deebo Samuel. He must want me to call Craig. He want me to call Ice Cube. Check his ass. We're going to get into Deebo, but I want to start first with Jimmy and Trey. Because that is the biggest reason why Deebo Samuel right now is showing his ass on social media like a child. Mr. Tyshawn Samuel. He's showing his ass because we are still fighting over whether or not we should have Jimmy Garoppolo or Deebo Samuel. Or should be Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance starting this team. Me personally, there's no question. As sure as I'm doing 80 on the freeway right now, I don't know if that was the best thing to say, live. But as sure as I'm on this bitch right now, Trey Lance needs to be one starting. Texting my son. Trying to find out the details of the trip and shit. So Trey Lance needs to be starting this team. Why do I think that? Well, because I've got and received 5 years of James Richard Garoppolo. And over those 5 years, he has done a lot. He's done a lot of good. You agree, John? All the way out Florida now, but all the way out there from Kyoto? Are you? And folks, again, if you're new, if you're coming through, grab a seat. If I'm not your cup of tea right away, sit down for a cup of coffee then. All right? If you give it 5 minutes. Give me and the folks here on the channel, on platform 246, give us 5 minutes. If 5 minutes, again, is not enough, give us 7, give us 10. We just don't go anywhere. But like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the conversation. That's what this is all about. And we're having a conversation about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. And yes, for me, Trey Lance needs to be started. And it's because he's more talented than Jimmy Garoppolo. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? There's not really much more that you need to say than that. The better player needs to be the one starting. Now, has he shown that on the field yet? No. Why? Because the boy's 21, 22 years old. Because he came last May. I was there. And not where they were, unfortunately, but, in Las Vegas. And saw him go to the Cromwell and shit, which is right down the street from my house, drinking with George and Fred and whoop-de-whoop. It was cool. So, he has a long career ahead of him. But how is he going to get to that career? How's he going to get started if he's on the bench? Is he Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. 3 seasons on the bench. I don't want that anyway. I think he's going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has 1 Super Bowl. So, there's that. Everybody's saying, no, he needs more time to sit on the bench. Learn what? Fucking how to read? How the headsets work and stuff like that? What is he learning? What the field looks like from the sideline? He needs to be in the game. He needs to be in the game. He needs to be in the action. Because Jimmy Garoppolo is in the game all the time. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He's not in it all the time. So that's the first thing I want to say. I really can't. I've never been able to figure out which one of them is more upsetting to me. One of them you can say is not his fault. The other, if you say that, I'll slap you. But Jimmy Garoppolo being, one, injury prone. And he is injury prone. If you sneeze on him, he's likely to catch an injury. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo didn't catch COVID during the height of this shit baffles me, because he has the weakest bones, marrow, and immune system of anybody that I've ever come across. So that's number one. He's extremely injury prone, from ripping up his knee to tearing up his Achilles to fucking up his shoulders and fingers to the injury that goes to his mind every day, which leads me to my point number two. He's brain dead. He's like the epitome of a dumb jock who's not dumb, because he does dumb things on the field. Throwing consistent interceptions over the middle of the field to linebackers is unacceptable. And unfortunately, that is Jimmy Garoppolo's modus operandi, his MO. That's who he is. That's where he lives. So that's the first thing. The interceptions. The just dumbfounding plays that he would make at the least opportune times. Then, aside from that, the mental limitations that he has as a quarterback, just in decision making, in the clutch, there are just his physical limitations. Jimmy Garoppolo cannot make all the throws that an elite or person who has the ability to become elite quarterback can. John, you're exactly right. He's not helping the front office. And I really respect your gumption to pick up American news. But, well, you're in Florida now, of course, but still, you have to have, be able to pick it up out there in Kyoto to really know what's going on here. But you're absolutely right. The front office has a lot to worry about. The front office for the 49ers has to worry about the biggest thing on the team, which is always going to be the biggest thing on the team, who the quarterback is. Trey Lance versus Jimmy Garoppolo. What's best for the Niners? What's best for their pockets and when? And pockets also means draft picks. What comes back for Jimmy? We got to get some kind of haul for his ass. We can't just get nothing. That's just not acceptable. So we have to worry about that. And on the side of that, Deebo Samuel acting like a petulant child. I agree. He's acting like a child. He thinks he's Kyler Murray. Scrubbing his entire Instagram of any reference of the 49ers outside of one picture, I believe. I think they got them all. Over 80 pictures he removed from his Instagram account this week. Did Deebo Samuel. And I think that was a foolish thing to do and a childish thing to do. But why did he do it? Because Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this team. Exactly. Okay, yeah, he just archived them all. And like Kyler Murray said, folks, Kyler Murray, after he archived all his pictures, and he actually had the nerve to get on TV and say, that's the time. It's 2022. Millennials. That's what we do. I'm a kid. Motherfucker, you're not a kid. Or how many kids your age, young people, you're like 23, 24, motherfucker. How many young people your age are the face of a company? Does he know anybody who is his age that's the face of Walmart? I don't think so. In fact, I know he doesn't. Because there aren't any. Because he's like no other. He's a 24-year-old athlete. Star athlete. Elite athlete. Face of a franchise. Now, Deebo Samuel wants to be paid higher than all those types of players. Exactly. Middle schoolers do that kind of stuff. 12-year-olds, John. You're right. 100%. Which is why I'm upset. Because I'm very big on manhood. Me personally. And I'm not a perfect man by any stretch. I'm trying to be. I don't even know if it's attainable. But I try every day. I tell myself I'm trying every day, or I recognize it. And I think it takes time for most people to recognize it. That being a man doesn't mean being 18. That just means that's just how the cops treat you changes. That's about it. And shit that you can or have to do. But being a man actually determines how you do those things. Like, accept situations at your job. Whether you work at the grocery store or whether you work for the San Francisco 49ers. And you're a person who's a millionaire at 23 years old, but you want to be a 10 or 50 millionaire more than that. Is that what you want to? Let me put it like this. I watched Deebo Samuel get drafted. I watched him sit right next to his father and they cried together and hugged each other when we drafted him. There's something on YouTube called The Call. It's like a cut up the footage did of the filming that they were doing at their home and whatever. And, you know, showing Kyle and John calling him and everything, and him crying and things like that. And during that time, his father was likely a hard-working man, doing whatever he does. But now he and his father, I'm sure, both are telling him to screw up his Instagram, forgetting what they came from. And we're 36 miles out of my stop, folks. 36 miles away. Have changed. Now Deebo is, you know, a star, a superstar, known all over the country and the world. You know, people know his name. He also has a fucking weird name. He also has a name from someone in a movie. All that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So Deebo is well known, and now he wants to be paid like he's well known and treated like he's well known. But he acts like a middle schooler. But we can't pay him right now. And why can't we do that, folks? Why? Well, there's a couple of reasons why. I don't want to keep jumping topics. We're going to stay on Jimmy and Trey. Because Jimmy is the primary reason that we have to wait to pay anybody. Or we don't make big splashes. And he's the biggest splash we've ever made. How did that work out? I know. So, pardon me. With Jimmy being so limited, let's talk about Trey. Now, we saw Trey Lance in 2.5 games last year. The motherfucker was, you know, up and down. But what did we see that we've never seen from Jimmy Garoppolo? Rollouts that had the whole defense shitting himself, right? So he rolls out to the right, with a play action fake, the whole defense went to the right, or to their right, or to his left. And he's wide open on his own on one side of the field. And what does he do? Throw a 50-yard touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel. Boom, touchdown. Deebo happy, right? You run it back 3-4 months, or maybe it was a little less. You ran it back a few months, though, to the preseason, and what does he do? Play action roll out to the left. What does the defense do? They all go to his right, or their left. Completely fooled. Sims, right? And then what does he do? Throw a 80-yard touchdown pass, 75, 80-yard touchdown pass, down the field to Trey Sherfield, touchdown. So what if he didn't let the ball go? What if, when he ran out in that Deebo pass and there was 30 yards of field in front of him, he just ran. He just took the fuck off. And he does that all game, every game, all season long. Picking up 20 yards here, 17 there, 25 here, 40 there. Has anybody heard of Josh Allen? You heard of Josh Allen? Look at Trey Lance and give him about 1.5 inches less of height. They're the same body type, the same arm strength. And Josh Allen was a project when he came out of college. Let that sink in. When Josh Allen came out of college, it wasn't said that he was going to be who he is today. It said that he had potential. So we have Jimmy Garoppolo. His potential is likely to throw an interception straight to the defense, straight to a linebacker. We all know it. You know it. I know it. My order is space. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's weird. Okay. Always the greatest shit. When you stream and you get a text message, because you can't. So I need to start doing it from a computer. Of course, when you're driving across states, that's not possible, really. Not that I know of. Especially with the Wi-Fi in the world these days. But, pardon me, we have Jimmy, who cannot make a consistent 10-yard out throw. At least not with any velocity. You know, it's going to come out late because he's jittery. Jittery Jimmy. Jimmy jitters. The ball's going to come out late. It's not going to come out with any velocity. Most of the trip there, John. So I probably got about, 2.5 more hours of driving, depending upon traffic and things like that. I'm about 30 minutes outside of my first stop, so it's probably at least that long. And then I probably jump back on, folks, after. But Jimmy's going to throw that 10-yard out. It's going to be late. Like the one he threw to Trent Taylor a while back. I think that was Trent Taylor a couple of seasons ago. We all remember it. Like the one he threw to George Kittle in the Rams game. I'll be right here, John. Once again, please, if you're just coming into the stream, hit the like button. Hit the like button even on your way out. I appreciate you. Share the video so other people can come through and see it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy. It may be a little tough to do that because it's just me talking on a, cross-country/state trip. But, you know what I'm saying? I sincerely appreciate you. It's starting to get fucking hot, too. But I'm gonna ride through it. No AC. No AC, no windows down. Just for y'all. I'm almost to Barstow, California. That's always a good feeling. Generally, when I get to Barstow, it lets me know, hey, the trip's about done. You're halfway through. It's like we're a long way from being done with San Francisco. With our off-season problems, apparently. It's been a hell of a one. But I get to Barstow, I'm halfway through with my road trip, always. You take a quick break. It's only 9:52 in the morning right now. You take a quick break. Get to go and, make sure the car's straight. And take a breather and say, you're almost there. So I think we're almost there with getting Jimmy Garoppolo up out of there. Jimmy Garoppolo also waited about, 100 weeks after the fucking season ended to go and get his surgery. He didn't tell anybody about it either. He just went and did it. He and his agent, I guess they held hands and went together. He didn't even tell George. So Jimmy goes to get surgery. Kyle Shanahan wakes up one day, and as he said out of his own mouth, he just probably goes, what the fuck? I was surprised is what he said. I was a little surprised. He referenced it 4 times in his owners meeting press conference with the media. He referenced it about 3 or 4 times. But when you get surgery, and we weren't really aware of it, so we just got to change plans and blah 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 blah. Fuck you, Jimmy, is what he was thinking. I'm gonna kick his ass. He better not come to my training camp. So he does that, and when he did that, that put the kibosh on any plans of trading that motherfucker before the draft. Now, the draft is coming up in 19 days. A lot of trades can go down. And that goes for both people that are bringing down the spirits of the faithful right now. James, Richard Garoppolo, and Tyshawn Deebo Samuel Sr. Better watch yourselves. But Jimmy gets that surgery late. Now, no GMs want to touch him. You know what that was? Decision making. Everyone always says Jimmy Garoppolo is such a great leader. I don't agree with that. I feel that people follow him because he's good looking, because he's a little charming, because he doesn't throw people under the he does actually throw people under the bus. He's just slick with it. Because he's slick. He's a slick Chicagoan. Slick Midwesterner. That's all he is. Slick talking, cliche walking motherfucker. Yep. But Trey Lance, young, humble, straightforward, open. Jimmy Garoppolo, that's Jimmy. And you know what that is? That's hiding. That's all it is. And even on Zooms, He was the same way. That's hiding. That's being uncomfortable in your own skin. Which is something that most of the world suffers from. We all suffer from. Really. I think in some form or fashion. But some people get out of it by just going completely the other way. Or some people can just roll through it. I tend to believe I'm that's the latter. Whatever uncomfortableness I may have within me, I still am able to just be who I am for the most part. For the most part. But I'm also a chameleon, to be honest with you. So let that be known. I am a chameleon. I can adapt to pretty much any situation, any room, including a solo room. But that was more of Jimmy Garoppolo's quarterback decision making. Decided to get that, surgery late because all he was thinking about was his goddamn self. It's like when he drops back in the pocket with the ball in his hand. He's only thinking about himself. Oh, my leg. Let me just protect my leg. Let me dance and tap dance. Skip and prissy prance. And I can't see the field. I'm just going to throw it up. George is out there somewhere. Nope. It's Bobby Wagner. That's pretty much what happens. This is Jimmy. And if this motherfucker behind me does not get off my ass or go around me, you better fucking go around, motherfucker. You got the wrong one. That's what I thought. So anyway, hold on. Well, you better speed up past me then. Yeah, I thought so, bitch. So, I think personally that Jimmy Garoppolo just shows that he thinks about himself like that person who was driving behind me. Instead of thinking about the betterment of the team, he's thinking about, what porn star he can run into after the game, or keeping his legs safe, fresh, so he can use it for sex. I guess, whatever. Generally, apparently, with a porn star. Is Trey gonna do that? I don't think so. I think Trey's gonna be back there thinking about getting that W. And what's the best play that he needs to make sure that happens. And he can make those plays. Because like I said, Jimmy can't throw that 10-yard out. You think Trey? Shit. You better have your head on the swivel and your hands up at your face. Because the ball's coming. And it's humming when it's coming. No lie. That's not even a joke. Trey Lance can make every throw on the field. Curls, outs, the deep ball, streaks. Probably has a hell of a fade. I'm excited. And when Jimmy Garoppolo is gone, we're 23 miles from Barstow, folks. 23 miles from my first stop. Really my only stop until in front of my kids. But Trey can not only make all the plays, just imagine the plays that he's going to get a chance to make that we can't imagine, that are going to come out of nowhere. Yes, those Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes type of plays. The things that Jimmy Garoppolo can also really probably only imagine and dream about. Trey Lance playing up against subpar talent in college when he was more talented than everyone else wasn't going to get him prepared for the NFL. The only thing that gets you prepared for the NFL is playing in the NFL. The only thing that gets you prepared for anything is doing it. How do you get prepared for something? This is a spelling test. How the fuck do you get prepared for anything without doing it? Unless it's something that you read and do with a pen. Yo, right back, John. John, we are 20 miles outside of my first stop. Folks, if you're new to the channel, please share the video, like the video. 20 miles from Barstow. I wish I had one of those hand thingies. Those sticks. Why are there so many fucking trucks on the road today, folks? But yes, we are almost to Barstow. But, you know, at this time, like I said, Trey Lance, over here. My car smells like black ice, folks. Fuck with that black ice. That's the manliest car smell you can get. So, it's okay. Way too many fucking trucks out here. We're back live. Sorry about that, folks. We were reconnected. But the person that we don't need to reconnect with going forward is Jimmy. Hopefully, yeah, I knew we came around a bend there. We don't need to bring Jimmy back around. Yes, now we're back. But what we don't need to have back is one James. I hate to live anywhere near the Barstow area. That would not be good or would not be conducive to the operation of our channel, folks. But Jimmy Garoppolo is just average. And I'm tired of average at quarterback. I'm tired of average at many positions, but especially quarterback. I'm tired of having an average offense. I'm tired of having to be a team that can only rely on running backs for big plays or run after the catch. The Yak Bros saying was made out of necessity, not because it's just the greatest thing ever, or because John Elway or Steve Young are back there slinging it. The Yak Bros became a thing because Jimmy Garoppolo can't get the ball down the field. So the players themselves had to get the ball down the field. That's true. Think about it. Did that start for any other team? We have some fast motherfuckers in this league. Anybody do run after the catch like us? Kyle Shanahan for years stayed up nights thinking about how to scheme these receivers and tight ends open so that they can run after the catch, because he knows that that's all that Jimmy Garoppolo can do. So now when he switches to Trey Lance in September, we're back. Kyle Shanahan will not only be able to scheme players open for running after the catch, but he'll be able to create plays, stretch the field, create plays that the ball's in the air for 20, 30, 40, 50 yards. We all saw Jimmy Garoppolo's attempts, I guess you could say that. There weren't many because Kyle Shanahan knew better. But we all saw Jimmy Garoppolo's attempt at throwing the deep ball, going long. Chicks love the long ball, as they say, right? We all saw his attempts at going deep. Jimmy can't go deep. Absolutely. It's like that with literally anything. John says it's like that with anything. You can prepare for anything, but once you actually do it, all that preparation can leave in an instant. It's a different feeling no matter what it is. He can't go deep. No, he can't. John, very astute. Very intelligent observation, I guess. John, yes. Trey has to get onto the field, folks. Jimmy Garoppolo is not only stopping that, he's not really stopping that. The only thing stopping that right now is time. Jimmy Garoppolo, you know, is preventing the team from accepting it from every player. So he's still hanging around, still hovering around, still doing Subway commercials, making me sick. And I like Subway. He's gonna turn me off of Subway. He's gonna make me switch to Quiznos or Jimmy John's. I don't know, but and he is the reason why. John says he thinks Trey's mobility and pocket presence alone makes him above average quarterback. I agree wholeheartedly. It makes him better than Jimmy Garoppolo. His pocket presence, which people have started speaking about this offseason, getting a chance to see it. They said, well, he does have that. They don't know what he's done, but people are saying that he does have pocket presence. And then he's mobile. The only thing mobile on Jimmy Garoppolo is his phone. He tap dances like Sammy Davis Jr. or Gregory Hines. Look it up, folks. Or that guy with the dreads. Whoever. He's a tap dancing ballerina in the pocket. And Trey Lance is tall, strong, forceful in the pocket, mobile in the pocket. You just see that motherfucker and shit against, I think it was the Texans game, in the pocket, step, step, step. Did you see that shit? Jimmy Garoppolo can't do that. He couldn't do that when we first got him. And he damn sure cannot do it now. And if you hit Trey, you might go down. As John said, correct. If you hit Trey Lance, you may go down. That, he doesn't even have an NFL body yet, folks. He's a baby. When he missed that 4th down play, when he got blasted at the goal line, that was angles. That was getting used to the speed of the NFL and the players in the NFL, and he will. But that was just about learning. That's what he needs to be doing. He could not make that 4th down touchdown and not get blasted and not hurt his knee and all that other shit sitting on the bench watching James. That's not how he was going to do it. He's going to, next time that 4th down comes and he's at the goal line with somebody, I guarantee you we got 6 coming. We got 7. Whether he pulls up and throws or makes a different decision, gets the ball out to Juice on time this time, he missees Juice. He needs reps on the field. Make it make sense. Make it make sense how he can make that play the next time, sitting behind Jimmy Garoppolo, who's not even going to attempt that play. Who's going to be dancing and shit like that and keep sliding towards the sideline and then throw it late to George Kittle and then get it picked off. That's how Jimmy Garoppolo does that play. What does Trey do? Pull the ball out and get it to the end and then start the defense, at least on the 1 yard line. Kyle Shanahan has ridiculous plays that we've probably never even seen yet, folks. And Jimmy Garoppolo can't take advantage of them at all. But Trey Lance can. Trey Lance will be able to open up the playbook like never before. Kyle Shanahan has shit for the league. Please believe me. Kyle Shanahan has shit for the league. He has some shit for their asses. Real shit. If you're coming into the channel, please like the video, share it. So other people get a chance to let their opinion be known on whether or not we should have Jimmy Garoppolo, James, or Trey Lance starting. Whether it's Trey Day. Like my son says, Big Play Trey. That's my son's name, right? You think that Trey Lance's nickname shortly is not going to become some iteration of Big Play Trey? You damn right it is. Big Play Trey Lance. It's coming. If it's Big Play Jay, Big Play Jimmy, it's probably for the defense. The other defense. Damn, Jimmy Garoppolo gave them a great play. Trey Lance is going to light the field up. He's going to light the league up. Jimmy Garoppolo just lights my heart up. That's all he does. And not in a good way. He lights my ass up. That's what he does. And I can't take it anymore. I actually refuse to. Probably about 15 miles outside of Barstow right now. John, you're a Niners fan? Well, look at that. First of all, John, much love to you always coming to me all the way from Kyoto, Japan. The reach of the platform 246. I didn't really know. You're in Florida, your dad's in Florida, you're from Japan. You could have been a fan of anybody, John, but even more love and respect to you. You do seem knowledgeable about the Niners. So, but like I said, everybody in Japan is usually smart, so you can just know everything. Like, I pretty much know everything about every team. But, much love, salute, shout out to John. If you're in the channel right now, please hit the like button. Please hit that like button, share the video so other people get to rock with us. Faithful to the Bay. Hashtag faithful to the Bay, absolutely. LFG, let's fucking go. Like I'm going on this road trip all the way to LA right now. Los Angeles, here I come. And the Niners are coming, and Trey is coming. Trey Lance is coming. And Jimmy Garoppolo is going. You hear what I'm saying? Our biggest move this year has been nothing. And that's because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I have my red Niner lighter. It's kind of whatever. But the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo is still on our team, John, is the reason why Deebo has not been signed. Bosa has not been signed. No free agent that I did not have to Google to cover. And Bosa's greater than Deebo. Deebo keep fucking around. He gonna be out of California. He gonna be in the South or on the East Coast if he keep fucking around. Because the top two players on this team are named Nick Bosa and Trey Lance. Period. So, but yes, Jimmy Garoppolo is the reason why everybody's not signed, because he's still signed. Folks were 4 miles from Barstow, 4 miles from me draining the lizard, taking a piss, and I got a piss like a son of a bitch. 4 miles away from likely some type of hamburger. Not really sure how I'm going to do the rest of this stream, folks. Or maybe I'll just jump back on fresh live when I get back on the road. That'll probably be it. But it's been excellent so far. If you come in, please like the video, share with somebody else. Thank you for coming in, dropping in, stopping in, falling in, whatever the hell happened. I appreciate you. But yeah, we're pushing on this freeway. And we need to get on the highway to Trey Lance. Get off the Jimmy Road, get off of James Road, and get on Trey Way. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's gonna open up everything. It'll open up Deebo's eyes to, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You know where you at? You really want to leave this? The future that we have? I don't think so. I wouldn't. You know? I damn sure wouldn't. But Deebo can do that if he wants to. Because Bosa knows that's both hands. I'm going around a curve right now, by the way. And there's one thing I can do, folks, is drive. But please believe that. Okay? So, but anyway. Precisely, John. Another astute observation from you. Brandon Ayuk. Like I said, Deebo, fuck around if you want to. You're going to be gone. Fuck around if you want to. Asking for $30 million a year. But sometimes you only play 30% of the games since you've been drafted. Motherfucker, please. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk right now is becoming the George Kittle to Jimmy Garoppolo. Folks, if you don't know what that is, run it back. Brandon, you seen him? You see, if you follow me on Twitter at BamBamLLD, if you my Facebook, my Instagram, whatever, some of these videos on our YouTube page, I talk about it all the time. I put it out there for you. Brandon Ayuk right now is becoming Trey Lance's best friend. They're up somewhere in Santa Monica or Santa Clara or some Santa, California. And they're getting real close. They're getting a lot of PT, a lot of play time with each other, a lot of playing time. Catching a lot of passes from each other. They were doing the same thing last year when Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse. When Kyle Shanahan was pissed at Brandon Ayuk because Jimmy Garoppolo sucks. That's what it was. But they're getting a lot of time together right now. Best buddies, lockstep and shit. Is this Main Street? Are we off? Oh yeah, we off now. Brandon Smart Exactly, John. John says Brandon is smart, knows his talent. And it's always good when you're smart and you know that you have talent. And I believe he does. That is him. And he's just getting close to the future instead of hanging on to the past. He knows Jimmy Garoppolo is ass. I know it. Brandon knows it. You know it. And James knows it. The only person that does not seem to know it is like George Kittle. Maybe Kyle Juszczyk. But everybody else, and it's sad they got to go to that, but you know, everybody with melanin primarily too. They all know, you know, that Jimmy is just not, he's not what it is. Seems to be a pattern. Yep. Seems to be a pattern, John. I don't know. Get the fuck over. What are you doing? Fuck. It's only my second one. That's only my second outburst, folks, since I've been on the road. And I've made it literally after an hour live, or 100, I don't know what the fuck that is. I think that's an hour. Finally made it to Barstow. About to pull in right now. McDonald's drive-thru packed. Like, we need to have this chat. We got the Flix bus behind us. They're trying to get into Barstow, into McDonald's too. Yes, motherfucker, I got the light. Watch yourself. I just want to watch Jimmy Garoppolo leave. That's what I want to do. I want to watch Jimmy Garoppolo's plane take off and fly to any other state. Well, really, that motherfucker, for all I care, he can get on the bus. I want the news to break already too, John. I don't know which one of us is going to get it faster, you out there in Japan or me out here in Las Vegas. But just let it drop. Let me just wake up one day or be at work one day and the alerts just start popping. We get it popping. Jimmy Garoppolo pop his ass up out of San Francisco. We need it. Brandon Ayuk is already doing what he needs to do to be Trey Lance's boyfriend. George Kittle can be Jimmy Garoppolo's boyfriend. Let me go, lady. What are you doing? Boyfriend, all he wants to. It's going to be a long distance relationship. You know what I'm saying? Watch me. Watch it. George can hold on to Jimmy's nuts all he wants, or he can jump on the Trey train. But if he wants to hold on to Jimmy's dick, it's going to be a long distance relationship. Yo, what's happening, Arthur? My man, Arthur. Hit that like button, Arthur. Share the video. I know you got reach. Son of a bitch, Arthur. Well, I'll drop the window for a second at least. We are here. We are parked, folks. How you doing, Arthur? We on a road trip, man, and we talking shit. He can go right with him. That's 4 picks, John. Actually. Because you know what? You know why George Kittle has been so great, folks, for us, for the Niners? So I got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours left of driving, Arthur. Don't go anywhere, or you can go somewhere. YouTube moves everywhere. I've been moving my YouTube from, Paradise, Nevada, all the way to Barstow, California. So, but I might drop off in a bit and then start to stream back up in maybe a half an hour or so. So folks, please look out for it. Come back to that one. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I have to piss. So, but the reason why George Kittle has been so great, there's 2 reasons. Yeah, man, Arthur, on the way to my son's 16th birthday. So, folks, my son turned 16 on Tuesday. I have another one's going to turn 18 in August because I'm an old motherfucker. So, but, yes, I'm very happy. I'm very excited. Just trying to stay very safe and get there very quickly and hang with y'all. So, I really appreciate everybody that's come through, dropped in, fell in, knew they was coming in, walked in, whatever it is. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, share so other people can do the same. And leave your comments, your thoughts on Jimmy versus Trey. That's what this is really all about. What the fuck do we need to do? Do we need to just ship him up out of here? Yes. 16. Put the gun. Look, I got a little bit. I got to do some more push-ups. 16, my boy Damien. That's the biggest. That is why. Yes. Happy birthday, almost, son. See you in a couple hours. Tell your brother. Yes, he will be 16. That's right. That's my baby, folks. Y'all know his face. Now you get to see his YouTube thingamajig. Thank you so much, brother. Yes. So happy birthday to my son. And on my way there, Daddy. Be there soon. But we need to get to the soon happening of Jimmy Garoppolo getting the fuck out of our lives. Because at this point in time, he's doing a hell of a lot more harm than he is good. And think about the fact, folks, that, and I'll probably be out of a voice by the time I get to you boys, so lucky for y'all, huh? But you think about the fact that what am I trying to get y'all to think about? Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to be able to throw the ball until like July, August. And then we all know how weak he is, as it is anyway. You know what I'm saying? How weak he is. How weak is his comeback game is. There's no telling when that motherfucker is really going to be ready. So not only will Trey get all the reps with Brandon Ayuk as he is right now, this time around, Trey Lance is going to get all the reps with the first team offense, with the players, against the first team defense, against Fred Warner, against Nick Bosa, next to Trent Williams, in front of Kyle Juszczyk, in front of Elijah, across from Javon Kinlaw on his comeback. It's going to all be Trey. And this year when Trey Lance, or last year when Trey Lance came to the team, he didn't get a regular offseason. If you don't know sports like I do, or football specifically, rookies, you know, everybody, I don't know who's whatever, especially at quarterback though. There's so much to learn, so much to go through. He wasn't some fucking 5th round pick. He knew he was going to be going early. He was a star coming out. He did a lot more than your average person to get ready for the draft. He had his pro day, he had the combine, blah, blah, blah. But he had to get ready in a lot of different ways. Coming into this season, he already knows the playbook. He already knows where he lives. He didn't even know that in the offseason last time. He had to get a brand new playbook, learn it. It's going to be a completely different animal. It's going to be a whole different beast. He's actually going to be a beast. While Jimmy Garoppolo, on the other hand, come back being the same old James. Happy Saturday, Mr. Nell. Welcome in. And everybody wants to come into the stream now as I pull up, having to drain the lizard, having to piss. That is true. He didn't get to have a regular offseason like every other player has, Arthur. He didn't. He had a rookie offseason, which everybody knows is a real thing. A tough thing. You know, come back taking, tips from what you learned. Yes, I got you. I'm sorry. You don't get to, learn off of your mistakes from last year and things like that. Or, no, you got to learn a brand new office building. You got a brand new job. It's like when you get a new job. That's what it is for a rookie coming in, especially a rookie quarterback. Right, Jimmy has an injury that's keeping him out till July or August. Then he has to get in shape after that. When Trey Lance is going to be already rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in there, hit the like button, whether you like Jimmy, whether you like Trey. Leave a comment. You don't have to say much. Just, hey, leave a comment. Say Jimmy or Trey. Who you got? Who do you think it needs to be? Mr. Nell says, happy early birthday to my son, Damien. I thank you so much, and so does he. Jimmy or Trey. Share the video so other people get a chance to see it, even if I end it in the next few minutes. But, yes. Because I have Trey. Not only do I have a Trey that came from my balls, that's my seed, Damien's older brother. Thank you so much. Salute to you, Arthur. I appreciate you being always. Who's it gonna? I got Trey. I got a Trey that I'm on my way to right now, and I got a Trey in the Bay that's in my heart. Jimmy was once in my heart. I was once a Jimmy lover. I love Jimmy. I still love Jimmy. As I always say to y'all, look, he just doesn't love me back. He doesn't love me back enough. And he shows that to me. Love is not something that you say to somebody. Love is something that you show to somebody. And what does he show me? You cannot be inconsistent in love. In your love. Of your children. Of your loved one. Of whatever. Significant others. Right. You can't be inconsistent. And Jimmy, he's inconsistent in his love to me. He gets me high, and then he takes me low. And I don't want that. It makes me question my love for him. All the damn time. When you get to the point in your relationship, yes, Arthur says he likes him too, but he's... Thank you, brother. I try. Arthur said, first of all, he said well said from what I said, so thank you for that, brother. But yes, Arthur also said he likes him too, but he's failing in clutch situations. That's Jimmy. That's where Jimmy's consistent. Failing in the clutch. He's pretty consistent with that. But he fails in clutch situations, and now he has an injury, which made no one want to trade for him. And Jimmy Garoppolo did some bitch shit in a relationship. Some sour shit, some bitter shit, the bitter ex shit. On the way out, you're like stealing shit, taking your name off shit, whatever. Y'all know how it goes. Everybody's been in a relationship. I've been in two very prominent ones. He waited to get his surgery so that nobody would trade for his sorry, trifling ass. And he did it on purpose. Why? I don't know. Well, I do know. Because he's bitter. Because he's sad. Because he's a jilted ex-lover. So he waited. He should have got surgery, like I said on many streams, or maybe I said on the live somewhere, but like I've said on plenty of videos. That's training camp, Arthur. Yeah, Arthur says it keeps him out until July or August. Goes right to the preseason. What the fuck? How's he going to be ready for camp? How's he going to be ready for the season? He's not. He's literally not. He's not going to be ready at all. He's going to be barely getting to his average ass self. Thank you so much, Jay. What's good? We got Jay in the Bay. If you're new to the channel, please go follow. If you're not a gang fan, Arthur, if y'all haven't mixed up, go follow Jay in the Bay. Subscribe to Jay in the Bay. He is an excellent 49er content creator. Right, the injury that he waited to repair could have worsened. Jimmy should have went to surgery on motherfucking Tuesday after he got up out of Aaron Donald's hands. When he got up, he should have booked that motherfucking doctor's appointment Monday morning and been at that bitch on Tuesday morning. But nope, he waited 7 million days. And then he got his shoulder all nice and tight. And now nobody wants him anywhere in their sight. Except for Kittle and Juice. No other teams. And Subway. Shout out to John. Yep. Right to Subway. That's what he was doing. Instead of getting his shoulder prepared, getting prepared for work. Who does he think he is? Antonio Brown? Like you all know, Antonio Brown said, I'm not going to get surgery on my ankle until a team signs me. How much sense does that make? So Jimmy was just worrying about Subway commercials, which kept coming on during wrestling and pissing me off. Yes, last night. But he should have been getting that surgery done on too. Exactly. As Jay Bay says, again, like I say, he's an excellent content creator for the Niners. Follow him on Twitter as well. Jimmy, I would rather have rehab the surgery or the shoulder as well. As opposed to having to, as any person would, as opposed to having to get surgery. As John says, yes. And this is his, or John asks, this is his final year of his contract. One way or the other. So if he, no matter what, next year he's going to be gone. But I would rather have had the rehab, or I would rather have had any of our players have to be able to go through a rehab instead of a surgery. He may be one of our players this year, folks. Let's be honest. But hopefully he's playing video games and basketball in the locker room more than football. But I would rather that than any player as well. I'll get to that right now in just a second. John asking they do re-sign Deebo and Bosa next offseason. But let's see, what are the comments again? Yeah, so the surgery affected his trade value, not just his midness as a quarterback or his physical limitations. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you just stopping in. You're one of the reasons why I'm making content to this day. So sincerely, so salute to you, brother. But Jimmy, that completely affected his trade value. So not only is he, average, in my opinion, but now the only GMs are looking at that. Neither am I, Jay. I'm not ruling it. That's what I said. There's a great likelihood that he'll be on the team. Jay Bay says he may be a starter because of Shanahan. I agree. I think that's unfortunate and silly, but it's a possibility. But now nobody else, because nobody else wants him now that he just took shoulder surgery. Now that he's not going to be able to throw on their team until July. He can't get used to any of their players until July or August. So then what do you do? Turn your head away from him. Arthur says exactly. Right. Worst case scenario, he is on the team this year as a starter. I can't even see how that shit can fucking happen. But it can. And if that happens, I'm going to be pissed. Let me just tell you, if Jimmy Garoppolo is starting for this team this year, check the channel. We can go 14-3. I'm still going to be pissed. I don't know why. It's just because it's in my heart now. You don't take back the person that fucked you over, that kept you down. When you make that decision, stick to it. That's what I said earlier. Jay Bay says that we may get Deebo signed by the time the draft comes, or before, even before camps and OTA. It starts in 19 on the 19th is the first little mini camp, so that's coming. Rookie mini camp, I think. But yeah, Jimmy may get traded on draft day. I'm sorry, Jay. I mean, I love Jimmy. But if he starts this year, like shit. I mean, it's just another wasted season for me. He's not going to win us a Super Bowl, no matter how good the team and the rest of the players are. I don't believe that. I've seen that movie already. So, but I think he will. Possibly, there's a possibility he could get traded on draft day. And then that will open us up to be able to sign Bosa and Deebo. But to go back to John's question earlier too, we can do that. But what the likelihood? Now you think about it. Nick Bosa has already ripped his knee up once. Okay. Deebo Samuel is always getting injured. He hasn't played one full season yet. So what they think as Deebo and Nick, Deebo and Nick, they don't want to go into this season not already with guaranteed money, with a fat contract, with money for the future already set aside and paid.
Oh Lord.
I would have almost rather started through this season and dealt with his ups and downs. And then I would have even more knowing what's going to happen for next year. But Deebo and Nick, we want to pay them before their contracts are up, in case they get injured next year. Turf was horrible, right? So, but Nick also has torn his stomach open twice. That's also not his first ACL tear, John. he tore his ACL in high school, Nick Bosa. So Nick Bosa, yeah, well, 2 ACL tears in one game. But that was Nick Bosa's second ACL tear. Right. Jimmy can't make that throw, Archer. But Nick Bosa is on the verge. He's flirting with being injury prone himself. I believe Deebo Samuel, if he's not injury prone, his style of play alone lends to that. So they give them big money. I think they're a little bit afraid too to give them big money, and rightfully so. Deebo's talking about $30 million a year and all this guaranteed money that he's going to have. And by game 4 next year, he could be missing 3 games just because of the kind of plays Cal calls for him and the way he plays football. Nick Bosa has had 2 stomach core rip-ups, basically, and 2 knee rip-ups since high school. 6, 7 years. 6, 7, 8 years maybe, over that period of time. Like every 2 years, he gets a major injury. So they want to get paid before that contract is up, because if they get hurt in game 6 of the season, then the team is like, nah, nope. And now they're fucked. And this happened over 1 million times in the league, to every team, to all kinds of players. Contract, you go into your contract year without a new contract, and boom, in your contract year, you get a fucking devastating injury. And now you're screwed. So Deebo doesn't want that, neither does Nick. And that's the reason why Deebo is acting like he's 12 instead of 24. Like he's acting like he doesn't have a baby. He's acting like a baby. Acting like Kyler Murray and shit. We don't do that. That's not how we get down on the gang. Now they gang it don't bang. That's not how we get down. So if he wants to get to the skies, let that motherfucker fly. I don't want that. But as long as Jimmy stays on the books, it's gonna be difficult to get that contract. Man, be safe. It's gonna be safe travels. All y'all got me. I know the spirit of the faithful, spirit of all my folks and my boys. I'm gonna be straight, y'all. So, thank you so much for coming in, Jay. I really appreciate it, man. That was really cool of you. And y'all, again, go subscribe to Jay in the Bay on YouTube. And also Arthur. Subscribe to Arthur's channel. Arthur has a Niner channel. Laker, well, not Niner. Excuse me, he's a Steeler fan, but he's also a Laker fan, so much love for him. I just think everybody comes in here gotta like the Niners. I'm sorry, Arthur. I always do that to you. He also hangs with me on wrestling. But yes, Jimmy's got to go. And I honestly, I've got to go, folks. So I'm going to end the stream. I want to thank everybody who's been in. I make sure my phone is charged and shit like that, and I make it all the way to LA. But I may jump back on. So please, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I sincerely appreciate everyone who's come through. Look for me in a few, and turn on the notification bell so that if I do come through, then you'll know. Everyone be safe. Thank you for all the shout outs for my son and for my safety. And y'all be safe. Thank you, John.